Well, it's Uncommon Fossil, and today want to talk about a Dialga Magnezone deck, a standard deck. Done a couple of videos recently on expanded. Want to go on switching back to the standard format now. And the last couple decks, though, in expanded featured Dialga Vstar, and Dialga Vstar is a very good Pokemon in standard also. So I want to take a look at a build of that I actually haven't played before, where I pair it with some of the lightning Pokemon. So Dialga Vstar, right, Metal Blast attack, 40 damage plus 40 more per each metal energy attached. So want to get a lot of metal energy on it. And then the V-Star Power, which is a Star Chronos attack, tremendous attack, 220 damage for 5 energy. But then the really great part is you take another turn immediately after it. So back-to-back turns, hopefully taking prizes both times and ideally even winning the game. But that depends on how the game has set up for you. So we need a bunch of energy, so that's why we pair it with Magnezone, right? The stage 2, 150 HP, has attack does 120 for 3, but really it's for the Giga Magnet ability. Once during your turn, you may look at the top 6 cards of your deck, attach any number of basic metal energy cards you find there to your Pokemon any way you want, then shuffle your deck. So if we get 2 Magnezone in play, we can get the energy we want accelerated quite nicely to our Dialga. So getting 2 in play is generally the goal. We don't play any of the stage 1. We play 3 Magnemites, 3 Magnezones, and 3 Rare Candies. Because we have a lot of energy, need for a lot of energy, we want to hit energy. With Magnezone, we play 21 energy. The deck wants the energy, so we really need it. But obviously, with the high energy count, it means we're top decking energy a lot too. So it does make the deck more inconsistent. Now, what happened with Scarlet and Violet is it added some lightning Pokemon that have been put into this metal deck. Some of the builds do include lightning energy for some lightning attackers. This build does not, though, but it plays the basic Magnemite with the lightning instead of the metal because it adds in Miraidon EX. One copy of this for its tandem unit ability. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 basic lightning Pokemon, put them onto your bench, shuffle your deck. So as I said, we want to get 2 Magnezones up turn 2 ideally, so we need to get 2 Magnemites into play turn 1, so we have Miraidon to help that happen. It does help it set up much better. Then we also play 1 Rotom V, another lightning Pokemon, which we could grab with Miraidon or through Nest Ball. And with that, it's got instant charge ability. Once during your turn, you may draw 3 cards. If you use this ability, your turn ends. So similar to Zacian's with its draw power. We're never attacking turn 1, really, even if we go second. So using Rotom V's ability is useful. A couple more support Pokemon. Radiant Greninja for concealed card, right? Once your turn, you may discard an energy from hand. We have a lot of metal energy, not a problem. We draw 2 cards, so it helps. It's a little bit of an engine, not much, but the deck needs whatever help it can get there. And then 1 Lumineon V, Luminous Science, to, when on play, search your deck for a supporter, put it in hand. Just to be aware, we have to be careful because we can't play all 4 of these support Pokemon, Lumineon, Miraidon, Rotom, and Radiant Greninja. If we do, we don't have enough room for the cards we need for the Magnezones and the Dialgas. So we just have to be careful with how we manage things. Walking through the trainers briefly, 3 Ultra Ball to help get the evolution Pokemon, such Irida, get the support Pokemon because searches for a water Pokemon and an item. The items useful can be Battle VIP Pass if it's turn 1, going second, or something like Rare Candy or some other card that we need on that turn. 3 Rare Candy, this is the way we go from the basic to the Magnezone. 1 Thorton, it's a useful card here. You choose a basic Pokemon from your discard pile and swap it with 1 of your basic Pokemon in play. Any attached cards, damage counters, special conditions, turns in play, and other effects remain on the new Pokemon. That means if the basic card you're switching in was already in play before this turn, you can then, and you switch into a Dialga V or the Magnemite, you can actually evolve that turn, that too, immediately because it counts as if it had been played the turn before. 1 Energy Recycler, just get energies back into the deck so we hit more energies with the Magnezone. 1 Hisuian Heavy Ball, search the deck for basic Pokemon. 1 Battle VIP Pass, get 2 Pokemon to play on your first turn. We only have 1, so we're more relying on Irida or Adaman to get that card. Plays 3 Adaman. I like that in the deck. You discard 2 metal energy to have it, so you already have to have the metal energy in hand, but we do obviously play a lot of that. Then you search your deck for any 2 cards, put them into your hand, so you might do this and grab a Rare Candy and a Magnezone to immediately get that evolved. 2 Boss's Orders, important card for setting up and winning the game. 4 Nest Balls to get those basics in play. 1 Serena gives the option of discarding 3 cards from hand and drawing up to 5. Or drawing to 5, you can discard up to 3. You don't have to discard 3. You have to discard at least 1. And then you draw till you have 5, or you can switch your opponent's benched V with their active. So acts as a boss just to a V. And 1 Beach Court to bump up half the peak, and it helps us with free retreat, which is beneficial. So let's jump in the rank ladder and see how the deck performs. I'm finding the deck to be okay, but it's not certainly not the most overpowering deck in the world, but a very solid deck, and I have been enjoying it. There is another build out here that plays 2 Lightning Energy generally, and then plays the Magnezone EX as an alternate attacker. I think I'm going to take a look at that deck next, most likely. It does appeal to me. This deck is simpler, more streamlined, so I want to start off with this one. Simple decks always appeal to me, and start with the more simple build before getting a better handle on it, and then switching to the slightly more complicated deck. It's still not crazy complicated. It should be pretty clear when you want to use which card. The advantage to this build is it's all middle energy, so I can accelerate all the energies with Magnezone. Pulling off the Adamite the Adaman, is it? Yeah, Adaman is more likely to this. So a good start. I'm going second. Yeah, very nice start. A Heavy Ball, Ultra Ball, Irida. So Irida, I can get my Battle VIP Pass. Collapse Stadium, not ideal, but I don't know if I want to bump. So I could bump the Stadium this turn. I'm not sure if I do, though. So let's see what's here. So 1 V-Star, 2 V-Stars. So I only have 1 V-Star in my deck, so I have to be careful there. All right, so Squovit, don't know what else they're playing, so I want to get down this, and what I need, and I can get 1 Water Pokemon, which will be this one. Not going to play the Lumineon. Battle VIP Pass. I might not have skipped sometimes I'd grab a Rotom. I think I might just grab 2 Magnemites, because I don't, bench space is limited, and then I'll toss down the Greninja and utilize his ability this turn. I think that's the play here. And keep a bench spot open for next turn. I have my Stadium in hand, which is nice also. A couple energies, not ideal, but not the worst thing in the world. I will just end here. I could Lumineon for Adaman next turn. I can Beach Court if I need it. I could use that to expand my bench also. Expanding my bench, if they play another Collapse Stadium, discarding one of the Pokemon that I want to get rid of isn't a bad option either. So not a bad situation for me. All right, so they are roping me. Radiant Greninja I'll put up. I have Beach Court, so at this point, I mean, they might judge me. I'd like to keep the Beach Court, so it gives me the free retreat. So that is pretty good, right? So I want to... What do I do here? I want to add a man, right? Or do I? All right, I could take a chance here. I will draw 2 cards. It's a bit risky. All right, hit an energy. That's fine. So I might be able to really have a powerful start here. Let us see. So Adaman. Want him. So I want to get... I want to get a Magnezone, and I want to get Rare Candy. I have free retreat. Let me play my Beach Court. All right, I need to... What do I want to get rid of right here? I will get rid of these 2. get my 1 V Max, V Star I mean, so, and I have another V in deck, so that's all good. Just flipping through briefly. Okay, so I want to, and I have 1 energy. If I can get 3 energies off this, I don't know if I will, then I can do double attack. That is beautiful, beautiful. So this deck has started quite nicely for me. My opponent didn't get the start they wanted at all. So up, evolve him, put on the 5th energy, take 2 prizes here, and I can knock out whatever they send up. Ideally, I'd get a boss card. All right, that's not bad. Squove it. See what I top deck. Irida. I think I want to get another bench Pokemon down. Yeah, I drew the V Star. What do I want to get? I want to get a water Poke. I don't. Do I want to get a? What do I want for an item card though? Something. I think something, right? Question is what? What's the end? There's no energy there, is there? Oh, there's 4 energy there, so I could thin out the energy. Maybe I'll just do that. I will grab this guy. There's 4 energy there, right? So that's enough energy to help me out here. Okay, and his doing 240. So I want to get him up to 280. So I need 1 more to the active and put 1 on the benched. And in the energy, I mean, do I help myself at the end of the day with this? I'm not sure. I'm thinking in terms of I thinned by accelerating energy. Of course, I put more energy in. So, because I'm trying to also think about what my ideal getting a good top deck next turn. Adaman's fine. Problem is I need 2 basic energies to utilize it, which I'm probably not going to get here. Right? So, wow. So they've given up the game here, right? Because I just have knockout. So that was a give up turn. And they didn't use their V-Star power, which they could have done. So I guess they had realized the game was lost. So anyway, so I set up pretty well. I missed a turn, I think, but my opponent set up very badly. And I got the knockout quickly there. So let's jump in for another game. So deck did what it does pretty well there. Can't complain about that. One can always complain, but of course no one would care anyway. Yeah, so did a pretty good job getting things set up. That was kind of probably an average start. It was pretty good. Got 1 Magnezone set up fairly quickly. Want to go first? Yes, it's an evolution deck, so want to go first. Most decks want to go first, but not all, right? There's certainly the Miraidon decks like to attack, potentially can attack for a big damage. So this is not a good start for me. So this might be a bad start unless I top deck something useful. That's not bad. So what do I want to do here? I could get some lightning Pokemon in play. All right, let me see what I have here. I could get, because Serena's not very useful. So I think, do I want to get him down? It's not a good start though, right? I could, oh wow, I mean I could toss down Radiant Greninja and hope. All right, I'm going to make this play. It's a weird play, but I think it's my best scenario here. Boom, boom. I will attach an energy to the active. It gives me retreat. If I do Thorton, it helps me with that also. So draw to 3. With a Thorton, which I didn't hit, I could attack next turn with Dialga Vstar. So see what happens. Not a great start. See what my opponent's playing. They're playing a similar deck to mine. They may play Lightning Energy. I think that's the more popular build from what I've seen. It does hit with a little more power, I think. It obviously gives you flexibility. You can hit for Lightning Weak Pokemon. You can attack into them. All right, what do I do here? So if I Serena, I get rid of 1, 2, 3. I don't get rid of many cards, though. Do I? So if I Beach Court, Serena, 1, 2, in an energy. I should attach an energy somewhere, right? To the active again? I'll attach to this guy here. I will Serena. I don't love this, but I need to try to get going, right? I hit 2 cards, not great, and I don't like losing those bosses at all. What do I get rid of now? I'll chuck 2 energy. Don't like that, but I think I need the other pieces for sure. No, I want to be. I need to keep. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I could have tossed the rare candy. There's a good chance I can use the rare candy next turn, though. So let me draw. So not a good start, but I am in better position than my opponent. I will say that, right? I can do... All right, so my opponent did nothing. I was going to... If they didn't do anything, I did have knockout the next turn. So my opponent didn't set up at all. So it goes to go to show you that the deck... My deck didn't set up overly well, but you just got to try to fight through it. And my opponent obviously set up even worse. So I don't blame their conceding at all. They had nothing going on. Let's see if I can get a more of a full game going, right? At this point, they've been very truncated games where my opponent hasn't set up. Pleased to get wins, of course, but would like to get some better gameplay. So they won the coin toss. Let's see what happens. Okay. They go first. I go second. So gives me more of increases my chance of getting a Battle VIP Pass because I have potentially the supporters. All right, we both mulligan. We should see each other's hands before we play a Pokemon. So that's me. What was theirs? So they're playing Magnezone. Okay. So could just be a lightning deck. So I want to toss. That's actually a very good starting hand. I don't have any energy, but I get all the Pokemon I want in play. So let's see what else they throw down. Thornton doesn't help me this turn at all. I have Rotom to draw some cards. So probably a lightning deck. I'm not sure what the deck is though, right? So let's see what happens here. So I will probably use Mesa Goza. I don't know what I want to get in play, though, which is okay. I don't mind that. I don't mind not knowing it because I don't know what I want to do because things are going pretty solidly for me, right? All right, hit heads. So I can see my Pokemon, too. So I don't want... Let's see. I have 1 energy. Do I want to use it for... Yeah, I think I want to get Radiant Greninja, right? Yeah, let me grab him. So let me... Okay. Bunch of energies. So no, I'm not going to hit Irida this game. They're all prizes and all energies. So that's not bad either. Let me play this, see what happens. All right, that's okay. Bench, bench, attach. Now they might, if it, all right, I'm gonna Miraidon. I can eliminate next turn. See what I draw into. All right, not bad. Adaman needs 3. I need 2 energy in hand to utilize Adaman, so that's not great for me. I could Thorton if they knock out my active. I do have the potential to Thorton. So they're Barbaro. They're working on setting up. I mean, maybe it's just a Magnezone deck. Now, Magnezone, I flood the deck with energies, so it's dangerous, right? Okay, so I thought I was thinking through, do I want to switch with the escape rope, but that's not what they did. They discarded it with Cram, so high rolly there. So Magnezone EX, which does 50 per energy attached to all my Pokemon, which I'm gonna flood. So I have to be careful here. I have to be careful, right? I want to keep my energy count low here. And it's 330. It's a very tanky Pokemon, 330, and now it's got full face shield, which reduces it full face guard by 20 each attack. So I mean, I can two-shot it, but I have to have a lot of energy on it to two-shot it. So it is risky. So I probably want to Adaman here, right? I think. Oh, let me use Mesa Goza first, right? Tails. That's okay. So I need to get my... All right, so I want to get the V-Star because I want to knock them out. And I have, let me look, I have Rare, no, I have Magnezone. So I need to get 1 Rare Candy. I don't want to really use the Magnezone, though, right? That's the weird thing. I have to be careful here. It's a different matchup. Actually, I need to get energy attached, don't I? I definitely do. So, no, I don't. I have 1 energy already. I could... do I want to... What do I want to do here? Do I want to bench another V? I could, right? It helps me thin out my deck also, right? Assuming they don't knock me out, I don't get a bench space, but if they don't knock me out, then I don't really need to play Lumineon probably, right? So let me just bench, throw him down, keep my options open as best I can. I will just take the knockout. I could, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm being slow. Am I being smart and cagey or overly conservative, right? That's the big question here, right? So they do 220 to me for a second energy. So I imagine that's what they're going to do. I should have accelerated some energy, right? Because they're going to do 220. So I should have accelerated actually like 3 energy. If I got to 4, that was a mistake. I should have accelerated energy. Now that I think about it, I should have accelerated up to 4 energy. So made a mistake there. We'll see what happens. Because then I could have two-shotted them, right? Because it's a very tricky matchup, though, right? Very tricky for me because they have a lot of power. So it's an interesting matchup, an interesting like chess match, so to speak. I should have. I messed up for sure. Right. Their attack costs are so cheap. It's really pretty tremendous. See what happens here, right? I mean, with Lumineon, if I played a research or something, I don't know. I don't know if I'd want that. So they're going to do 220. So I've got to think this through here. So they're at 300. It's not at all easy to pull off. All right, let me try to thin the deck for one thing too, right? That's hit heads, tails. Okay, so do I want to I'll Magnezone. That should improve the power of my Radiant Greninja. Let's see what I hit. So I want to do this. Okay, 3. So I can knock out the active. I'm going to 2-shot the active. That might be bad for me in the long run, though, right? So this guy does 180. So I will 2-shot him. So let me try this. I'm not sure that I like this, but it's tough. So I want to yeah, Mesa goes first. I still want to get that other Magnezone up, right? Let me accelerate. I want to toss energy on the benched guy, right? He's gonna smack through my active. If he doesn't smack through the active, that's okay. I have the benched guy ready, right? I mean, if he decides to gust up my V on the bench instead, that's not terrible for me, right? Let me make this play. So let me think. Sorry, sorry for that weird sound. So I could get the V Star this turn. Maybe I do, because it thins my deck too, right? I'll keep the Thorton. I don't need the Nest Ball, I don't think. V Star, it thins, so I'm more likely to top deck something useful. I also have I'll probably hit an Irida and energy in my discard pile, right? So boom, take the knockout. So up prizes. So I'm still worried. You know, he has so much power now, right? Because his damage for 1 energy is just going to be pretty mind-blowing. If he has boss, he'll probably gust up the bench because he'll just blow that apart. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's doing 400 damage right now. So, but if he does that, the problem is I have a decent chance of just knocking out the active. Right? So it's not terrible. I could Thornton away the Rotom V also. I might do that after this. He's going to knock out one of my Pokemon, right? He's going to knock out a Dialga. So he's knocking out my active. So let's see what I do. I need to set up next turn also. So I can Thornton to my bench. All right, I could Adaman too, right? So I could Adaman, and let's see what I hit here. No, I don't have Adaman. What am I talking about? Heads. Okay, what do I want to get into play here? Could toss down the V Star. I think I want to grab. I'll grab the Magnezone. Sorry, Mesa goes to the stadium. I will. All right, I need Energy Recycler too. So let me Greninja first. Oh wait, I can. All right, I can play him. All right, so let me Adaman this turn. Let me just look. So I want Energy Recycler, and I'm not sure. I'll think that through. All right, I want Energy Recycler and something else. Oh, I want Energy Recycler, and I want Rare Candy. That was easy to know. I can attack next turn, potentially with Thornton. So what am I at now? 140. So let me do that. So what do I need to get 330? 320. So I need 320, 360. So I need what? Wow, I need a lot. That's what I need. Okay, so that's what I need, a lot. So let me attach these 3 and see. I'm pretty sure I need more than this. I have one in hand also. So So where am I at now? 260, 70, 80, 90, 260, 300. So I need 2 more, right? 300. Okay. So I can... Right, so 260. Yeah, so I need 2 more to the active, right? Okay, that's what I hit here. I'll attach them both to the active, and I will attach my other... Right, so that's what I need there. I have Thorton next turn, but it's going to be very tough, right? So 340, I will attach to just one of these guys, right? I'm going to Thornton, and I have to get really lucky too, right? I could wait to attach, right? All right, I'll just do this. I'll keep the energy so I can Radiant Greninja next turn. I'm not sure. I might be in trouble, right? He's going to just blow me away, right? He just needs to, well, he needs to evolve. He needs Rare Candy, the EX, and an energy. Probably has it. He promoted the Magnezone without quickly, so he has those pieces, I assume. I'm knocked out. I will promote... I'll promote Radiant Greninja because I don't lose if Radiant Greninja's knocked out. They'll take 2 prizes. They need to take another 2 prizes still. He's taking his time here for Rare Candy. Maybe he doesn't have Rare Candy. I don't know. I'm a bit surprised he didn't use Mesagoza. Right? That would have been, I would have thought, the play there. Thinning? I don't know. Not sure, you know. So now they're out of cards. So they don't have Rare Candy this turn. So it looks like to me... Oh, okay. Thinning down. Okay. I get it. Okay. I don't know that they... Maybe they should... I don't know. I guess the Mesa goes... All right, they didn't help. They had to hit Rare Candy. Obviously, I have game on board if they can't knock me out. If they knocked me out, I had a chance. I would have sent up the Radiant Greninja. And they would have needed a Gust for the next win. No, or just a second energy. So anyway, so there the deck goes. I think that was an interesting little game there. So definitely a deck that's competitive. Dialga, Magnezone. I enjoy it. It's pretty straightforward, although it certainly has its decision making along the way. I'm going to try it out with some Lightning Energy and just see how the deck is. See if it improves the deck or not. It will improve it in some cases. Will it make it less consistent? That's what I'll have to find out with that. But anyway, this is a simple build. Give it a try. Take care.